Hey, I got a new laptop and it's like, which is super. I know I'm like, ooh, it's been a very long time. And it like follows me.
Oh, fancy.
Don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's wild.
Is it a Zoom feature?
I don't think so. Nope.
I don't know how I feel about it. Like I feel like there's more beyond the camera. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just bizarre. Anyway.
Then you wake up in the middle of the night and it's there in front of you. Like you detected you moved.
Totally. Hey, happy almost birthday. It's tomorrow, right?
It is. Thank you. I'm
How are you doing?
all right. How are you?
Yeah, that's about right. I feel like everyone is answering that the same way lately.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can, right? To just stick it out and
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
My goodness. How's Hudson?
She's so good. She We had a big thunder and lightning storm last night. Um she was so scared every single time. And I was like trying to like acknowledge how she feels while like also offering a different perspective.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I think it's so cool. It's like such a beautiful thing that nothing like that was working. So we just ended up having like a little slumber party in our room because Ryan's out of town for work. And it was the best. It just was the best. Yeah, she's doing great.
Nice. Ugh.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yay. Kathleen, thank you so much for bringing her into these. She is awesome.
Isn't she the best?
She is. Chrissy made it too.
Hi.
Hey, hey, Chrissy, Kathleen, you can unmute. We always just kind of gab at the first few minutes. Kathleen, thank you for. I just discovered I'm like working on my emails, like automated stuff in Klaviyo. I just found it's like finding like a $50 bill in your pocket. I just found all of my reviews from people that I had no idea existed. They're like the nicest things, including yours.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just sent you an email asking for today's link. You can obviously ignore it.
Okay.
I
Thank
figured it
you.
out.
I'm glad that you figured that out. Yep, I see it. Did you guys happen to get a reminder email like a minute ago or a few minutes ago? Gosh darn it. Okay. Well, if you get it tomorrow around this time, sorry. Chrissy, have you been in one of these before?
Not for a long time
I
because
was
I
gonna say,
normally
yeah,
have school, but
yeah.
I'm on spring break. And obviously I'm at Will's house because I'm babysitting them, but they're at school. So.
That's his milkshake. So Chrissy's my little cousin. She's like my baby sister that I always wanted. And like feel like I got through her. She's at my brother Will's house, and that's a milkshake machine right behind her. Because
Fancy.
he drinks so much milk, it's ridiculous.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Um, okay, we had 10 people sign up, so I'm gonna give them like a little bit of time here, but uh given that today's theme, I don't know if you saw it, we're gonna be writing cards to mentors and teachers. Yeah. And not all of us are still in school. I know that. Chris is in grad school. She's doing an amazing job to be an occupational therapist. Yay.
Mhm.
And so I'll come back to this, but start thinking of people in your life that you go to consistently, that you could go to consistently for advice, people that just seem to have all that wisdom at the right time, people that you can lean on when you're like, I have no idea what the heck I'm going to do in this scenario. And it can be someone that has maybe trained you or mentored you years ago. It can be a teacher that you know that maybe isn't your teacher, but like we've got a couple of teachers in our family. Chrissy's mom is one. There's a lot of different teachers in our world, in our orbits that we can write cards to for sure. And oh my God, do they need them lately with everything, all the uncertainty, right? Um, okay, let's, even though there's only 3 of us right now, let's put in the chat your favorite teacher or one of them. and why? Just a quick little mental exercise. One of your favorite teachers that you've ever had and why? Hmm. Oh, man, that's such a good one. Yeah, childhood best friends' parents. I mean, I can think of the parents of my bestest friends and how they were just in the kitchen a lot of times, ready to hear whatever we were willing to share, right? How they just, a lot of them seem to have the best advice. Even if it was something that your own parent was trying to tell you, like you didn't want to hear it, it was different coming from someone else. Dr. Pavlovich, she tells it how it is. Yep, pushes you to think outside the box and plant seeds for you to grow and think, oh, that's so good. Is this a grad school?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's so great.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I missed yours. Mr. Craw, you look like Steve McQueen and you made me feel so cool when I was an awkward middle school kid. Okay, that's a big deal because all of us were awkward middle school kids, right? That's like the most awkward. That's cool. Oh, okay. This is really good. We're going to come back to this. Um, okay, Chrissy, you might not remember this, but we usually start the workshops out with a rapid fire love fest to kind of
Aw.
get our writing exercise and our writing brains warmed up. And these are always inspired by Hudson because she's just so good at writing little notes all the time. And they can be on like, I mean, this was when she was really sad. This was from last, oh, it's all blurry. She slipped this under her door. I need you. I love you, mom. Yeah, it's just cute. So I'm going to challenge you to write, let's do a card to, let's do a rapid fire love fest to someone who has done a hard thing recently. And I want to say, Chrissy, you inspired this one.
Oh, thank you.
I've got this card here that says, this is a card that Chrissy inspired. She took her last finals for this semester. And gosh, I need to figure out this background. Isn't this so weird? Look, all is me. I don't know how I feel about it. This card, it's new. It says, you just did a really hard thing. And I hope you're so proud of yourself. I sure am proud of you.
Thank you.
You did. That's a big deal. Okay. So just like 2 to 3 lines tops. Okay. Okay. Don't overthink it. Don't write a novel. It could be to someone who made it through the week. It could be someone who woke up and got dressed for the day and they really didn't want to. It can be someone who did a bunch of yard work that they've been putting off. It can be finishing out the semester, any level of hard. And you can steal this script. You can say, you just did a really hard thing and I hope you're so proud of yourself. Say, just thinking of you. Hope you're finding a way to celebrate. And Chrissy, sometimes we share what we wrote.
Okay.
That's honestly kind of my favorite thing, but no pressure. Don't ever feel like you have to.
Okay.
Okay. I have a feeling we all failed a little bit and wrote a few more sentences. Why do I have that? Did we? Nope. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. May, do you want to share what you wrote?
Yeah. So not that anyone's dying of curiosity, but one of my dearest friends, her husband was just a monster, and she divorced him a few years ago. And through just a nightmare ordeal that followed, she and her kids have all chosen him. They're adults now, and it's a horrible thing. So she's just alone. And she was a homemaker and homeschooled their kids for the whole of their marriage. And so now she is like in the workforce, like trying in her 40s to start her life, which in small town Oregon, right? Like, what are the odds? And so anyway, it ended up coming down that she has to sell the house. And he, for 3 decades, just did like crap fixes and crap this. And so when they came through to sell it, they're like, we can't sell your house. You have to fix this. So now she's had to take out loans, and she's hired companies to help, but she's doing a lot of the work herself. And then working and trying to support herself while living in like a little travel trailer, and it just is the worst, and just unpacking her life and her motherhood and everything, and she's totally alone, and it just is,
All the things all at once.
yeah,
All the
it's a lot. So my card is not from you, I'm sorry, but it's really cute. It's a letterpress card, and it's the
Aw.
Oregon Trail, and it says, I'd ford the river for you.
That's so good.
And so I just said, I'm so in awe of you and how you're navigating this very unfair season. I love you.
Mm.
So that's
You're
so
such a good
Sweet.
friend. And I guarantee she's going to get that and feel some version of like, this came at the perfect time. Like,
I hope so. It's lasting forever. It's
yeah,
they
no
had to
kidding.
extend it. Like, he's in court trying to get her to sell, and she's had to get the court's approval to extend it 3 times because of all this crap with the house.
Oh my gosh. He
Wow.
sounds fun.
Yeah, he's great. Real great.
Jesus. Oh my God. What a great card. By the way, I hope none of you ever apologize for not having one of my cards. I've like mentioned this in emails. You can come with a stack of like post-its for all I care. Like the whole point is for us to just write and put more love out into the world, like on whatever that is. And it's a huge bonus if it's one of my cards, but like, yeah, I don't even use all my cards. There's so many good ones out in the world. Like use what works for you. Okay. Do either of you feel like sharing?
I'll go this time.
Yeah.
Because I actually do have one of your cards.
Hey, thank you. Oh, cool.
My cousin turned 48 in December. Was never really a sports like active, like sports, but not active in sports. And she ran a half marathon like last 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Oh my God.
she's just pretty cool. She's been through a lot in her life, and I think she's only 6 months older than me, so we're like super close, but she's just really cool. So I said, Kate, how amazing are our bodies? You gave birth twice, quit smoking, and now ran a half marathon. I always thought you were my cool cousin, and you still are. I think you're amazing, and I love you.
Oh.
I want to meet Kate. That's so
Right?
cool.
You guys would love Kate. Everybody loves Kate.
Gosh. Okay.
She's
That's a
great.
perfect situation for that kind of card and like this prompt because I guarantee. So I have a couple friends that are like overachievers too, and they've done marathons. And I'm like, one will text me afterwards because I genuinely am so excited for them and like, how did it go? And it's like this weird thing with like marathons in particular. This is such a tangent, but I think it's important and hopefully will make you feel better. They like a lot of people are like hesitant to share about it because it's like, ooh, look at me and this thing that I did. But that's a big freaking deal, like to run a marathon. So
Yeah.
I guarantee that like even if they do post it and people comment like, yeah, congrats, way to go. Like I seriously doubt anyone's gonna send them a handwritten card for them to have like in addition to like their bib or like to have that recognition from a friend is going to be so huge and it's going to feel so good. Like she's going to have that forever too.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Oh man. Okay. Should we keep
Um,
yeah?
oh, can I share?
Yes, please.
Okay. I wrote a card to my mom, and since I'm babysitting, I don't really have my cards, so am inspired by you and wrote it on my iPad.
Oh my gosh.
Um, but uh, so we had like a little bit of an incident at our house
Uh-oh.
uh, the other day. Um, yeah, it's kind of a long backstory, but I think my mom just had to have kind of an uncomfortable conversation, and um I just really admire my mom because she always like speaks up for what's right, and even if it's tough, and she just really impresses me
Mhm.
with that. And um I know some people have a hard time when she does that, which is kind of why it was a little bit of a tense situation. But I think what I agree with everything that she said, and she just kind of just I think she just expects people to be courteous and kind and respectful. And um yeah, she
Yeah.
just kind of put her foot down about stuff. And yeah,
Mhm.
I really appreciated that about her. And so I just wanted to just say thank you, like, or just like that I love her and thank her for all she does for our family and for our extended family. And I said, I know the past few days with the house situation was tough, but you always do and say the right thing, even when it's hard. And I
Mhm.
just drew her like a little heart and tried to use her favorite colors. So yeah.
That you're so thoughtful. And I agree 1,000%, by the way. Like, I've always loved that about your mom, my Aunt Rini. She is just, yeah, she's been outspoken, but she's also very tender and gentle and so empathetic and caring.
Yeah.
And this is another instance where like this might be a little thing, like a little prompt to us, but at the same time, like how often do we hear so much like, oh, let's like use your voice, don't let up, keep working hard, resist, all these things. But how often do we acknowledge if and when someone does do those things? And like, I think that's just as important because I mean, I can think of like the few times where I've had to really speak up about something that was uncomfortable and like you get in your head, like, was that worth it? Should I have done that? I don't know. Like, I think that's really a really, really cool card that you wrote.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, way to go. Even better on the iPad. That's fun. Really fun. Aw, okay. Let's see. Okay, we're going to get into our main prompts. And yeah, I think we'll have time to do both. Sometimes I gab too much and then we just have time for the one, but I think we can do two. Okay. So the first one we're going to do, I'll give you a heads up. The first one's going to be for a mentor figure. And then the second one we'll do for a teacher. And again, it doesn't have to be like someone who put teacher on their resume. You know what I mean? It can be a figurative teacher in your life. It could even be, though, a teacher that you had years ago. I have, as I mentioned, a couple of teachers in our family, and my sister, she's told me different stories about past students reaching out to her and how much that means. Like, even if they're in like middle school, high school, college, like it's never too late. And I think we know that. Um, so the first one, though, Ryan, my husband, inspired this one. And he mentioned a couple weeks ago, he came home and he very, very rarely ever talks about like his own accomplishments or anything good that he does. Chris, you know this. He's
Yeah.
extremely hard on himself. Um, but he was telling me about his day and how someone put in their notice that he had been a mentor to, and he was really bummed to see them go. But he told me how he was like, told them that he was really excited for them and happy for them. And like, of course, I would do the same thing in your situation because it makes sense. He was just really supportive. And he wasn't doing that for any sort of recognition from me, but I pointed out that like that's pretty cool. Like a lot of bosses, I think, and like mentor figures in our lives maybe haven't given us that graceful exit and that supportive exit. So here's one thing, like one idea that came from this is like, if there's been someone in your life that has done that for you, like they have not just like let you quit the thing, but they've like encouraged it because it was right for you. It's never too late to thank them for that, for one. And then also, yeah, another idea, just he was telling me that it was really nice of this person to sort of go into like a vulnerable moment by sharing what Ryan meant to them. And he got emotional about it, like telling me. And so I saw how much it meant to him. You know, he's telling me how this person said, he mentioned, you're the best boss I've ever had. Like, thank you for really listening. Like, thank you for helping me achieve my goals. Like, that was really meaningful for him. Thank you for helping me achieve my goals. Thank you for helping me realize my potential, my strengths. Like, that, as he's telling, it meant a lot to him. So I wanted to share that from the mentor's perspective, that would be a really cool thing for someone to hear, that if there's been someone in your life that has helped you realize your potential, realize your strengths, realize things that you are kind of like naturally good at, and maybe you had no idea, or you just weren't paying attention, or you thought you were just okay at it. Anyone that's encouraged you, really, and like seen something in you that maybe you didn't see in yourself, and it kind of helped you get closer to it. For me, the first person I actually think of is like my parents. They're super supportive. My dad is always really good about like, oh, you should do this, and you should do, he just gets these big hands and he's like, da 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 da, like, you should do this, you could, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like, that's not even close to what I would do. But yet, you know, I've ended up trying a couple things because of him. Like, he's a mentor. My mom's a mentor. She's the one that I was saying earlier, like when you feel so stuck and you have no idea what to do with the information given, what decision to make, you're like, I need to talk to this person. You know, that's who I'm thinking of as our mentor in this scenario. So just, do each of you have someone that comes to mind with all of that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kathleen, a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. And also, you can always write whatever the hell you want. It doesn't have to be a mentor. It could be whatever. So yeah, let's just give this, let's see. We'll give this like 15 minutes. And scripts that you can use. I'm going to use one of these two cards. I use these cards all the time. This card, I have to tell you, is like so underrated with its impact. I've given, it just says, hey, you're really good at what you do. Yeah, people have like teared up at this because it's so simple yet unexpected, and we don't hear it that much. And then also, you are so appreciated, and you can talk about why. Okay. God, I just talked so much. I'm sorry. But there you go. I love you too, Chris. Okay, we'll meet back at we'll go at, well, it's like 25 after. We'll meet back up at 40 after. And I'm gonna try to use this like Zoom app music deal. If you guys can hear me tapping or writing over the music, will you please let me know in the chat?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Can you hear the music? Oh. Yeah. Can you hear my typing? Okay, I won't do that. Okay, how do we do? Yeah. Kathleen, I'm so curious who you ended up writing to.
No, I just thought um, I, I just, I worked on the envelope for Kate.
That was so
And
cute.
just, I like having, we're subscriptions to Pip stickers, so we have all these stickers to use up. But then I also wrote a postcard to a friend that I haven't talked to in a long time. Well, May knows her, Shannon. She lives in Arizona, and we became friends like right before the pandemic over Zoom. Like in a writing group, and COVID, there was so much time to talk, and Marco Polo, and so it was like every day we were talking, and then life.
Yeah.
And so it's been a little too long, so I'm just sending. I was like, I thought of her, and she was somebody that I could go to, during that time, like, and talk and have her help me. And so I just sent her a little postcard just to hopefully get things back to talking more often again.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's gonna make her day. I
I,
honestly like, I know we get in our heads a lot about like, oh man, should I send this? It feels like it was so long ago and da, da, da. But like we've never once gotten a card at any point and thought, man, this is really late. Like that's never the reaction, you know? And if anything, I feel like it means even more because at least I tell myself this when I'm really late on like a thank you card, especially that like it does mean more. It means more because you know that that impact it wasn't just a temporary fleeting thing. It was like a real impact that that person had. Like whatever they did, whatever they said, whatever they gave was really meaningful and it has lasted. So in a way, it's good to send things late, you know? Anyway, I don't know if either of you feel like sharing, but I will say I sort of cheated on my own prompt. I after I told you all about Ryan and him as a mentor and what that person said to him, I thought it was his birthday yesterday and he's out of town. No, don't worry about it. He actually doesn't want people to know he's that person. So but I knew I had to write his card anyway. And I thought someone should tell him, like in writing, how great he is as a mentor and dad and all the things. So I used one of my new designs. We are super duper wackadoos with each other. It says, "Happy birthday, you wackadoo." I just love,
Love that.
gosh, this thing. There you go. You can see them. Uh, I love that word and I love these things so much. And he is a wackadoo. Like he's very serious a lot of the time, but he's a goofball. And I just love that about him. So I'll just share it. Yeah. Ryan, my favorite wackadoo. Happy birthday, my love. 41. I love you so much. I love when you're silly and playful. I love when you're serious and determined. I love how you always have the most sound advice and head on your shoulders. I love how you always find a way through every challenge when most people would have tossed their hands up and quit. I love how much you care about your family, your team, and those in your orbit. I love that Hudson has the best dad in the world. I know it's easier for you to find your flaws, but I hope you know the good outweighs them a billion to one. The impact you've made and continue to make on me, on Hudson, on your team, and all those who know you is a hugely positive one. And we're all so lucky. I know it's your birthday, but thank you for being the gift that you are to me. I love you so damn much.
It's so sweet.
Well,
I'm like teary-eyed.
oh, Chrissy, I love you.
I love you too.
Well, you guys, since you bring this out of me, I honestly I need these workshops as much as any of you. So I get this would have been a much different card without this time together. So, oh, I hope he appreciates it as much as you did. Uh, that's great.
Well, Chrissy cried, so hope.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for his reaction and be like, do you know that Chrissy even knew about this before you did? And guess what? No.
Yeah.
That'll make him feel really great. Okay, do you think should we go for one more main prompt? Can we do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we could do it too. I need like 1 or 2 minutes at the very end, but okay, here's my very, very shortened prompt for you. I think I may have shown you this card before. It's a teacher appreciation card that I came up with last year sometime after asking the teachers in our family what I was like, you guys have so many roles that are not in your title. Like, what, give me a list of them. What do you do on a daily basis? And so the card, it was teacher appreciation, which is shorthand for supportive, patient, kind, intelligent, enthusiastic, fun, and creative mentor, life coach, guide, friend, protector, therapist, nurse, leader, peacemaker, supporter, role model, appreciation. Thank you for being all these things and many more. So I just try to make it like I like the background blur because you can't see the huge pile of laundry on the bed and all that. But I also want to be able to show you this card. Anyway, you get it. Yeah, all of those things I just listed. If anyone came to mind, that's the person you're going to write a card to. Anyone who feels like maybe a couple of these titles, or one of them, like if they are a teacher, great. Like I said, teachers, of course, could never be thanked enough or appreciated enough. But yeah, anyone that comes to mind as a life coach, a guide, friend, protector, therapist, nurse, leader, peacemaker, role model, supporter. If you got someone in mind, just go for it. They could be a teacher, they could be a current one. They could be someone from your past. I'll just share one more thing. Maybe I'll share this with you guys after that. I was fortunate to write a eulogy for one of my favorite teachers, for the Mrs. Horner. I put her in the chat. And she just was so cool. And what I loved about her was that she was tough, but she was never mean. Like she didn't let anyone slip by. Like if you were slacking off, she caught you and she'd pull you in and like test you, put you on the spot. And I think that's like, as someone with ADHD that wasn't diagnosed then, it like really made me like zone into what she was doing and pay attention. And she made me like, yeah, she made me tune in and then eventually love to learn. Like she was the first teacher that like really made me do that. So I will say, even though I feel like part of like the eulogy was after she passed away, she had cancer and it was awful. And we stayed in touch, but it really like did something for me to write that for her. So if there's a teacher you're no longer in touch with, that's just one more thing I wanted to share, that like you can write it for you. And I feel like they will get it somehow. Okay. Okay. Let's go for about 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes left. All right. We did it. Rapid fire love fest and 2 main prompts. Come on. Okay. Do any of you feel like sharing? I'm going to share what I wrote. I wrote it to our daughter's teacher, but just wanted to check in with any of you first. No? Okay. Okay. I use this one, wrote it to our daughter's teacher. She has been trying to retire for like the last 5 years. She didn't tell us that, but I found out from other parents that had her. And on top of it, she was given a split class, like first and second grade. I know it's kind of mean, right? On her last year. So here's what I wrote. Miss Nielsen, I'm so glad Hudson has had you as her teacher this year. Thank you for all your hard work this year, especially behind the scenes, to successfully manage a first and second grade classroom. Hudson's growth has been exponential, from learning to write all her letters correctly, learning to read, like exclamation point, and reaching multiple new reading levels, to structured writing, to counting by 5s and 10s, to adding and subtracting double digits. I wanted to add specifics in here because I feel like they're important. I really applaud you for how you've managed teaching 2 grade levels simultaneously while seemingly meeting each student where they're at, while fostering a love of learning in our girl. Thank you. You are so appreciated. I've written her like nice messages before, and she'll usually respond back with like 2 words, like thank you. So I'm not expecting anything, but it did feel really good. It felt good to write that. And like for her to have, you know, parental proof of her impact. Because yeah, you never know like how many other parents are going to take the time to write a card like that. Like parents are busy, and I get it. So anyway, so that felt good. Any final shares before we wrap?
I have a random question for you, Sarah, that has nothing to do with cards. You're in Seattle proper, correct?
Yeah, we're like just outside of Seattle. Okay. Yeah, so like 5 minutes from the airport in Burien.
Okay, yeah. So, Shannon, that Kathleen was writing, I just got a text from her, and her daughter, who lives in Seattle, was just diagnosed with leukemia, and so she's going there to Seattle. So if you can think of any like local like support things, or just really anything, just shoot me a note.
Is it Shannon Clank by chance?
No.
Okay.
Her daughter's name is Jennifer.
Okay.
And she Jennifer or something like that.
How old is her daughter? Do you know?
She's an adult. Shannon's older, so I'm guessing maybe in her 30s.
Jeez. Okay.
She has an 11-year-old, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm making a note. Okay. I'm just so grateful. Like, I know that we all have like a million different things that we could do in a day. And I just think it's so important and so good that we are showing up to this kind of thing. I sometimes feel a little bit silly, like posting about my cards and workshops when like the world's on fire, but it takes just a second to remember that like that's exactly why we're doing these things and why we're sending cards. Like the more on fire the world is, like the more we need this kind of thing. So I just applaud you guys for showing up each time that you have, and Chrissy for of all the things you could be doing, like relaxing. My God, like you're sending cards to people, and I just think that's great. Like to your mom, to reassure her that her, speaking up was worth it and valued, to Kathleen, to your friend who ran the marathon, like she's going to feel so good and like even better about her accomplishment. May, like I just think that you're such a great friend and you're such a supportive person, and that the mom friend of yours, like that's going to mean a lot to her too. So we are doing good things that have, major ripple effects, I'm sure. Okay, we're a little bit over. Try not to go over, but we did. Our next workshop, so it's always usually It's going to be on the last Thursday of the month, which means our next one in April. And I have the link, the registration link is on the website now on the workshop page. It's on April 24th. So we're going to be writing, we're going to get an early jump on Mother's and Father's Day cards. And I know there's like a lot of different complex relationships for people around that holiday. So here's a preview of the bundle that I decided. You're not going to be able to see it because it's so damn blurry.
Your camera is killing me. Every time you would turn to look at the wall, it would zoom in your ear. And
It's trying to see, it's like trying to find me. It's weird. I need to turn it off. I don't like it. Okay, so this one, you can't see it. I'll just read it to you. This is the first one I picked for the bundle. It says, I know this holiday is tough on you, and I just want you to know you're on my mind, you're in my heart, and I'm sending you love. Mother's Day or Father's Day, that we're going to be writing that one for sure. And then these two, they each say, you're a really great mom, happy Mother's Day, or you're a really great dad, happy Father's Day. I can think of like 500 people each for these cards. Yep. Whether they're your own parents or not, like, yeah, we all know a mom and a dad that could hear that. So that's the bundle for next month. I hope you guys can make it. Let me know if there's any, I'm sure there are issues in my emails as I'm trying to figure them out still. Please let me know. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Good work today.
thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
This is so special. Thank you, Sarah.
I'm so glad you could make it. So glad. You did it.
Yeah, same.
All right. See you next month, hopefully.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye.